Hi, my name is Amanda Sherman. I'm a 16-year-old junior in high school, and I'm a passionate woman in STEM. At Reinvented, I am the lead of impact tracking. So basically, impact tracking is an area where Reinvented tracks analytics of magazines and other merch that's distributed and sold. And the data is used to see which areas are thriving and which areas need more attention. And I also happen to be the lead of Invent with Reinvented, which is Reinvented Magazine's premier workshop series on exploring careers and topics in STEM. Each workshop is 30 to 60 minutes long and usually takes place at 7 p.m. EST on Sundays. I love to explore many things. I'm currently very interested in exploring ethics in tech and empathy-powered AI. I want to thank Reinvented Magazine for reaching out about talking today at today's Bite Sized. I'll be talking about communicating your needs on a team for this Bite Sized. Imagine coming onto a new team. You don't know who anybody is. You're feeling nervous and self-conscious, and you don't know if you can trust anyone yet. Your team wants to talk about slides. Your team wants to make the best slide deck possible to pitch a product to a VC firm. All of you are so excited. Your heart is beating. You're trying hard not to smile with pride. You're feeling ecstatic. There's only one problem. You feel invisible. For the past few meetings, your team, all guys, has been talking over you nonstop. It was hard enough having the courage to speak up, but whenever you try to make a point, it gets shut down by another person who feels like what they have to say is more important. Worst of all, the one time you were able to speak up without being interrupted, someone else got the credit. Leaving that meeting, you felt frustrated. You felt degraded. You felt taken for granted. You felt invisible, but you're not alone. You see, as a result of gender inequality caused by COVID-19, 1 in 4 women are considering stepping down from their current career position, according to McKinsey & Co. It's sad but true. Women felt a lack of representation in the workforce before the pandemic, but now the need for female voices is even more urgent. Women may feel that they need to make a change in their career because of lack of confidence stemming from a male-dominated environment, toxic coworkers, or feeling that their voices aren't being heard. It's a feeling that many of us know all too intimately, the feeling of being small and powerless. You came in ready to succeed. You were brimming with talent and ideas and potential. But instead of smiling, you barely talked at all. Being a woman in the workplace, especially in STEM, is tough. Being a woman of color in STEM is especially tough. When bad experiences like that happen, the temptation to fade away into the background or even walk away from your job is immense. It's what societal inequality does. But you don't have to give in. You can triumph over the fire-breathing dragon. So where should you start? First, take some time to ask yourself, what happened back there? Talk with someone you trust and let yourself pour out all of the emotions. Tell them about your experience and how you felt. As human beings, it's important to let ourselves feel and process what goes on in our lives. Next, it's time to roll up your sleeves. What holds many of us back from voicing our true feelings is the fear of being liked. You may ask yourself, but what if I do that and people hate me? Sometimes you have to ignore what everyone else thinks and do your own thing. If being more assertive makes you feel like you're respected, then by all means go for it. Nobody is expected to be likable or agreeable all the time. Fear holds us back, but courage is what moves us forward. As the old saying goes, keep calm and move on. Next, know exactly what you're going to say and when. Whenever possible, plan what you're going to say and how you're going to say it ahead of time. Then rehearse. Speaking your message out loud will help you solidify the words you want to use and will help you have the confidence to say it out loud again when it counts. If you know that what you want to say might get some resistance, prepare for that as well. Think about what people are likely to object to and be ready to respond. Then, think about the best time to say what you want. Does one of your weekly meetings always have time set aside for people to bring up anything on their minds? Would you prefer to schedule a one-on-one meeting with someone you find easy to talk to? Now, when you're voicing what you want to say, pay attention to your tone and your language. Speak confidently, like you're the first female president who has shattered that glass ceiling, and don't end your statements like a question. Cut out filtering language and state things plainly. Instead of, I think, or I feel like, jump right to your point. Filtering is an automatic reflex to soften what you're saying, but it can also make you sound less confident. Also, do your best to remove filler words like, and The more concise your language, the less time you need to hold people's attention to get your voice heard. Also, consider your delivery. 90% of how you are heard is not what you say, but how you say it. Your physical actions such as eye contact, gestures, posture, etc., and vocal elements such as volume, tone, pacing, and speed affect how people hear your message. For example, if you say something too quietly or with an unsure tone, you might sound like you're asking for permission, not demanding to be heard. If you're not sure how you come across, record yourself and play it back, paying attention to each aspect of your delivery. While you're training yourself to become stronger, build strategic relationships with other people who have your back. If there's a team member whose input and opinions are always respected and who you're comfortable sharing your ideas with, it's worth getting to know them better so that they'll have your back. You could ask for support in specific situations, like during meetings or presentations, where you know it's often difficult for you to be heard. Who knows? Maybe you'll become good friends instead of just teammates and be able to have their support during meetings. Above all else, I want to say trust your voice. And remember that you have a right to be heard. So many people are feeling unheard during these tough times. But don't let what's happening now make you give up on your dreams. We need to hear your voice. You are important. Thank you.